Hey everyone, this is a different kind of video. I'm at a cemetery in Garland, and guess what? I just forgot the name of it, and I forgot when it was established. I just looked before I parked my car, but I used to live right next to this cemetery. I lived in an apartment complex that's right next to this. I lived there for about a month. Shortly after I first moved here to Texas. And this cemetery is so well visited, I guess is how you'd say it. I wouldn't say that it's kept up that well. You can see the grass really needs to be mowed. But as far as people coming here and leaving flowers and trinkets, I mean, this cemetery beats any that I've seen, including ones from back home. I don't know anyone that's buried here, but I always found this cemetery to be interesting because of how well it's visited, and they're always having burials here. It's a very busy place, if you know what I mean. And it is huge. I got my car parked under a little shade tree. This side is really visited. Big step there. See that wall? Of course, my mother, I've mentioned, had passed away, and she's buried back home. And I'm the only child. I have some cousins that live back home, and they have let me to know that they go by the cemetery to leave things. And there was some friend of my mother's, after she had been buried, the next spring, a friend of hers went out there and planted tulip bulbs and daffodils. My mother's favorite flower was daffodils and also morning glories. And this co-worker of hers went out there and planted bulbs. And so every spring those come up, and that particular cemetery, they want you to trim around the stone. And so my cousins go out there. Now I wonder if these are brother and sister. They have the same last name. Let's see. He was born September 8th, 1995. She was born January 7th, 1994. They passed away the same day, December 9th, 2011. It makes you wonder. I find cemeteries a bit interesting as far as the dates. I'm not into the other side of it, like trying to conjure up spirits or anything like that. But I do find that dates interesting, and oftentimes names, different kinds of names from different countries. Like I say, it's huge. Goes way over there, and up there is an older part, and then all over to here, there's the funeral home, and then down to there. they have a tent up down there, so they're preparing to have a funeral. Yeah, I find the dates interesting. I find names interesting. I find some gravestones, besides having a scripture, will have some kind of little saying, and I find that interesting. I don't want to show too many. Well, this I can show you. This is in Spanish, but it's in English. It would be Psalms 18 and 2. A lot of Spanish people are buried here. This is a very, very Hispanic area. In fact, the complex that I lived in, I was there that month, and I only saw that I was the only white person or American person. Everyone in my building was very nice, and then the next building was very nice, and I made friends, I guess you could say friends, quickly. When they learned that I speak and understand Spanish, they seem to appreciate that. And the one problem with that complex was the maintenance, though. It was very run down, and you couldn't get them to come fix anything, even though the one maintenance man lived in my building. And yeah, I left there. I've since driven by it. I drove by it coming here, and I think they probably have new management, because the outside has been painted. And down here in Texas, and maybe also in other southern states, you can have these black screens put over your windows to block out the sun. It's very expensive to have done, but it does help. And I see that they've got that done at that apartment complex. Behind these trees is a railroad track. I can't remember if trains go on it or not from when I lived next door. A lot of these flowers are artificial, but now those been there a while, like that's poinsettias, but there's other ones that are artificial that look like they've, like recently been put here. So people come. These were brothers here. You can see how badly the soil is cracked. We really need rain. This person must have liked trucks. Maybe he was a truck driver. And you come down here. This one here on my left was a sergeant, and his wife is there too. Oh, his wife passed away. He hasn't. Gotcha. Those are really slanted. And then there's the road. Excuse me. Another truck driver. Mm. Allergies from taking that hike yesterday. I'm being careful what I show because, I should have researched this before if I'm able to show like a whole gravestone or not. I don't know. I would think so because, it's out here in the public. You know what I'm noticing? There's a lot of young people. That boy, 1974, 2012, well, whoops. That was a huge name. I could never pronounce that. I don't even know if I could sound it out. Here's a bench. I saw another bench. Oh, right there. And another bench. Bench. Maybe one day I'll go to the old part of this cemetery. Another bench. Grass needs mowing. '82 and died in 2009. A lot of young people here. 1991, passed away 2010. There's quite a few cars here, visiting different graves. Now, what is this one? 1991, died 2016. He really liked sports. There's different sports equipment engraved on his stone. Lots of benches here. Back home when I was a teenager, I lived not too far from two cemeteries, and me and my friends used to walk through them. I guess you could say like a shortcut to different places we were going to in town. We'd always stop, and if people had left, a vase of flowers or whatever, and if it was tipped over, we spent more time in there straightening things up. It would take us a while to get to where we were going, but I guess we just felt like since we were walking through there, we should do that. Oh, this shade tree feels good. We have a little breeze. We never did get the rain yesterday, but boy, did the temperature drop. It was almost 90 when I did that video hiking, and about 6 o'clock, cold front came through. Wind, clouds looked like it was gonna storm really bad. That one says Salmos 23. That's Psalms 23. And the temperature went down into the 70s that quick, but not one drop of rain. You know what? A cemetery is not too easy to walk through. There's lots of dips. This man, he must have liked music. He's got music notes engraved and a piano. Interesting. Let's walk over here. I don't know if you're still with me. I don't even know if this is interesting because I'm really not showing many gravestones because I don't know if I can. But I'm not going to end this, and look that up because I'm really not showing that much. And I think it is allowed. I mean, people do cemetery videos showing graves. And I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just pointing out things, I guess. Let's see. This is Lucas 23. That means chapter. Capítulo 23, versículo 43. Oh, so in English it would be Luke 23:43. Oh, by the way, we don't have church today because, that's why I'm out and about. Normally I'd be in church. But we don't have church today because most of our people, of course the pastor and wife, but our, the members, they went to Arkansas Friday for the annual church camp meeting that goes on until Tuesday. Some left Friday because that was the first night, and some left Saturday morning because some had to work Friday. So we don't have church tonight, this morning or tonight. Now this is an older part. I gotta get under the shade and see if you're still with me because I can't see the timer on it. That man must have liked golf. Look at that old fence. Don't think I can go in it, but maybe I can read that one stone that's in there. Oh, it's open. But now this has been mowed. It needs to be mowed again now. You know what? I don't know where my car is. Okay. Why is there just one stone here? This is a big family plot. Let's check it out. born 1921, died 1991. The other one born 1919, died 1986. Oh, there's more. There's a veteran. This was the mother, born 1892. Wow. Father, 1894. Oh, 19 minutes, okay. And then this one, 1928 born. Oh, this tree. This is the first time I've seen this kind of tree down here in Texas. But on my grandparents' property, they used to have these. Let's see if I can show. Can you see this? It has kind of beans, but I don't think you can eat them. Does anyone know what kind of tree this is? See these? Looks like beans. That brings back memories. All right, you know what? We have to find the car. Here's another old one. 1908. Born 1908, died 1995. 1908, 2002. 1911, 2001. 1890, died 1960. Spanish-American War. And it's a pretty big plot. We got just mother. That one's upside down. I don't want to step in there. Do you see my car? I was going to say, put a 1 in the chat if you do, but I'm not live. I mean, I'm alive, but I'm not doing a live. So I can't say put a 1 in the chat if you see my car. See, things like that me and my friend would fix when we were teenagers, cut into a cemetery. Yep. Oh, my hand is getting tired. Oh, there's my car. See it? We walked quite a bit. Nice big tree. All right, everyone. I'm seeing 22 minutes, so I'm going to end this, but I don't know if this was interesting or not. I think, like I said, different names and dates of birth and date of death and little sayings they put on. Even the scriptures, it's interesting to see different scriptures they choose. Most people go with the 23rd Psalm is very well used at funerals and on gravestones, but there's so many scriptures that are comforting. So it's interesting to see which ones people pick out. I'll talk to you later. I'm about to lose my voice. Thanks for coming along with me to this cemetery.